Hey guys, welcome to another episode of GoatLife TV where we show you a little bit of our day-to-day lives.
Last week we showed you our beautiful lakefront casita, and today we're going to take you into Santa Cruz, which is the nearest town to us here on the lake. We live out in Pachanash, it's kind of like a little suburb, and there's a beautiful lakefront walk all the way to town. So we'll take you in, show you around town, and give you an idea of what it's like to live and travel around this area of Lake Atitlan.
Alright, let's go. The walkway from our house in Pachanash to the village of Santa Cruz is gorgeous. It follows right along the lake shore with views of the water and volcanoes the entire way.
So this water on this lake is constantly rising up, and it's actually risen about 5 meters since 2009. And so there used to be different platforms and terraces. They're all sunk. At certain parts of the lake, you'll see just the roofs of houses sticking out because it's raised so much. So everyone's a little worried about if their house is going to last another year, and they built these rickety platforms for us to walk on. But they're a little bit sketchy. Lake Atitlan is flanked by 3 volcanoes, San Pedro, Taliman, and Volcan Atitlan, and the entire lake itself actually fills an extinct volcano caldera that was left behind after an eruption some 84,000 years ago.
See these guys all over the lake carrying massive piles of bricks or wood or whatever just over their heads. It's so heavy. So all around the shoreline and at the docks you see a lot of these dead fish, and we're not really sure why except for the fact that the lake is dying and we haven't been swimming yet. Some people do, but we don't want to.
There are so many nice houses built around this lake, and these are a couple of our favorites here. Right on the water, beautiful views of the volcanoes. Awesome.
This is my favorite part of the walk. One of our favorite parts of living on Atitlan is simply listening to the sounds of the lake. An interesting aspect about this lake is that everybody gets around by boat. Some of the villages are connected by road, but mostly it's just by water. So you come out here in the dock and you just flag down a boat as you would a taxi and they'll pull over and pick you up. And these docks are everywhere.
The walkway can be a little bit slippery.
Fail.
So all in Santa Cruz town, there's these little narrow cobblestone walkways, and they're perfect. They kind of maze their way through the village, and we usually take the lakefront walk in because we get the beautiful views of the lake, and then we come up one of these paths and make our way back home.
So So this place is like the happening spot on the lake. There's the hostel here, they have barbecues, they have dinner every night, they have happy hour, and it's also the dive center. And there's also a Saturday market here in the mornings.
For a little bit of a more upscale option, you can stay where we stayed at Isla Verde. The funky wood cabins are still very reasonable at around 45 or 50 bucks, and there are lots of chilling communal areas with hammocks to hang out in. So if you're ever looking for a place in Santa Cruz or around Lake Atitlan, you'll see these for rent signs everywhere. So there's apartments in every little town. There's probably about 7 or 8 here in Santa Cruz area. So you just walk around the docks and the paths, look for a sign and give them a phone call. That's all you have to do.
Really easy.
Let's go!
CECAP, and apparently it has the best hot chocolate in town, so we're gonna go in and grab a cup.
The name CECAP is the abbreviation of Central Training in Spanish. It was established in 2010 by foreign expats as part of the greater Amigo de Santa Cruz Foundation, which helps to support education, healthcare, eco-consciousness, and sustainable economic development for the remote villages of Santa Cruz and its outlying areas.
Café Sabor Cruceno is one of the prize organizations of the program. This graduate-run cafe is attached to an artisan shop known as Manos Cruceñas, and together the two small businesses have been successful at generating work for local women and youths around Santa Cruz.
More than 50 women are employed, creating wholesale work, textiles, and crafts, while the cafe was awarded the best restaurant in the area by TripAdvisor.
We love to see productive projects like this that help to educate the local communities and give them work. If you're ever on Lake Atitlan, definitely stop in and have lunch. By doing so, you are supporting one of the best programs on the lake. Other than our apartment, this has to be the best view in town.
So Santa Cruz, just like most villages here on the lake, there's the local village up on the hillside. It's quite far away from the water's edge. And this is where the goings-on, the local communities are, the indigenous people. And then down on the lake shore is where most of the tourism infrastructure is, so the hotels and the restaurants that the gringos always frequent. And it's funny because the locals were smart building up here, because down there is slowly getting covered by water. So.
Up our delicious cup of hot chocolate at CECAP.
And now we're going to walk you around the village of Santa Cruz and just check it out, mingle with the people a bit. This is our first time up here too, so let's go. Hola.
Hola.
High five, amigo. Yeah.
Hola.
Hola, buenos días.
So it takes us 20 minutes to walk from Pashinash all the way to the main dock there in Santa Cruz. And then it's really steep to get all the way up to the top of the village here, so I recommend taking a tuk-tuk and exploring.
So that's it. We've showed you around a little bit of Pashinash, our favorite walk, and Santa Cruz. So that's another episode of GoatLife TV. Tune in next week for another episode. And guys, if you like this video, leave it a thumbs up and a comment down below.
Thanks. Bye.
See you next week.